afternoon everyone. My name is Chamarya and I'm a member of Group 3. I'm here today with my team, Kavya, Tina and Ishan. Today we will be talking about Equini, a powerful digital tool that helps people prepare for the PTE test. It's a comprehensive resource that we believe is incredibly valuable for both students and teachers. Let's take a quick look at our presentation structure. First, I'll provide an introduction to the PTE test and then I explain the educational value of Equini. Then we'll talk about how the tool works and the many benefits it offers, not only for the English learners but also for the teachers. We'll then look at what the tool is specifically designed to do and discuss its key strengths and weaknesses. After that, we will share an evaluation with some practical examples. We'll wrap up things with the conclusion and of course open the floor for your questions. Now I'll provide an introduction to the PTE test and then to the Equini tool. Before we get into the specifics of Equini, it's crucial to understand what the PTE academic test is. The PTE is a computer-based English proficiency test that evaluates persons' abilities in 4 key skills: listening, writing, reading and speaking. This test is widely accepted by universities, governments and professional organizations around the world. One of its most important features is its use of AI-driven scoring. This means the scoring is completely unbiased and consistent for every test taker, unlike human scoring which can sometimes be subjective. The system has been validated through research showing that it's highly reliable and has a strong correlation with other well-known tests like IELTS and TOEFL. The PTE is a great option for anyone needing language certification for study, work or migration purposes. Based on our research, we found these details that many universities in UK and Australia require students to take either IELTS or an equivalent test like PTE test. So you can see PTE is there in the equivalent category. Moving on. You might be thinking, why did our group choose to focus on Equini? We picked this tool because it's a highly effective and popular resource for anyone preparing for the PTE exam. It offers a huge bank of practice questions and uses AI technology to give instant feedback. We believe it's one of the best tools available for this purpose because it helps users become confident and prepare for the real test. It's a tool that provides authentic PTE tasks, which is very important for effective practice. We'll show you exactly how it helps people achieve their target scores and succeed in their language goals. Now I'll hand over the presentation to my group member Pavani, who will explain in detail how this powerful tool actually works.
Thank you, Chamarya. So I am here to tell you about the login process, features and how does this tool works. Okay, let's get started. First, you have to go to Google and search Equini, and on the top of the screen you can see the app. So you can click on that. After that, this is the screen that you will appear on the screen. Then you have to click on Practice Now. So before you start practicing from Equini, first you have to sign in to this app. So if you already have an app, you can give your email and your password and start practicing. If not, first you have to get registered to this app by giving your email and creating a password. After the login process, so this is the home screen that you will appear on the screen, and this app has many features that you can go with PTE examination. So let's see what are those. First one, attend task and receive AI feedback. So PTE is an exam that evaluates the candidates on all the 4 skills: speaking, writing, reading and listening. So from this Equini app, you can practice the all question types which comes in the real exam. So here are the exam question types that you can see in the real examination. So you can practice on them once you feel confident enough. And then So once you practice from this API app, for each task you will get an AI feedback like this. So this is an AI report that I got from the task called Read Aloud. Read Aloud is a task, comes under speaking category, and this candidate has performed 73 out of 90, which is an overall good mark, and this is the answer that he has given. So from green color you can see the words that he performed well, and from orange color the words he pronounced average level, and from red color the low performed ones. Also there is a skill breakdown and pronunciation, accuracy, fluence, stress and speed. Second feature access mock test and real exam questions. So once you are confident enough with the exam type questions, so you can go with the mock test. So in this APUNI app, you can see 3 types of mock test: full test, section test and question test. So first, full test. From full test, you will be access to the full mock test, which covers all the 4 skills. And from section test, so here are the section tests, and you can access to the section test. You can access to the test that you want according to your skill that you want. And the last one is question test, which you can practice the question that you need. And the next one, so once you complete one mock test, you will get a score sheet like this. So according to this candidate, he has scored 59 overall, which is equal to IELTS 6.5 band. And also, this is not a platform to practice questions and mock tests, as well as this app has some study tools as well, such as vocabulary books and shadowing. So vocabulary books will help you to find the words in writing and speaking tasks, and also shadowing will help you to practice the words with correct pronunciation and the accent. So you can see this APUNI app has several benefits for both learners and teachers. So now I hand over the presentation to Brittany to tell about it.
Let's talk about the significance of APUNI for PTE instructors in teaching. Starting off with the first point, diagnostic tool for weaknesses. So, as we all know, a diagnostic system is really helpful for instructors because it spots weaknesses of the students. So, and then moving on to the second point, saves teacher time with AI feedback. Since AI is already providing the necessary feedback for the student, the teacher doesn't have to rely on them. I mean, she has to, but since AI is already providing some information, she could save her time to motivate the child and guide them and take the information from AI as well and improve the child and track student progress reports. So each time the student has some progress, it will be tracked in this platform. It helps teachers identify common mistakes quickly. So some of the common mistakes students usually make are mispronouncing words, misspelling words, or errors in speaking, writing, or reading as well. It comes to the last point, makes lesson planning easier. Since the teacher knows the mistakes the child has already made, and overall she could take a look at the class and see the typical mistakes, and she could, like when she's building the next lesson plan, she could consider those and make a better review. Lesson plan. That takes us to the next slide. APUNI platform as a student's guidance, exam-focused practice, authentic PTE tasks. This is so helpful for the child because it follows the exact exam structure, just like past papers. So when the student sits for the actual exam, they won't feel unfamiliar with the paper. The second point, easy to understand feedback for improvement. The feedback they receive from the platform is comprehensible and the student knows where they can improve. Time practice builds exam skills. So there's like a time loop for exams, as we all know. And this helps the child with time management and they could be more effective in it. Simple tips to answer tasks better. Since they are providing simple tips, they could answer their tasks better. That should explain that. Mock exams reduce test anxiety. This is so common for everyone because before we face an exam, we usually do past papers just so we could get used to it, and when we sit for the actual exam, we feel more confident and we know the areas where we should go. And finally, progress shown in an easy way. So each time the child has some progress, it will be marked and tracked, and it's kind of motivating for the student as well to see where they are and to reach their target. Now it's over to Dina to talk about the strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, thank you, Brittany. As we know, for any online platform, there is strengths and challenges. So let me talk about strengths first. The first one is free access to many features. So this gives free access to many features. If someone wants to prepare for PTE exam, they can simply download this app and get started to prepare. So the second point is covers all 4 skills for the PTE exam. As we know, there are 4 main skills in English language as speaking, writing, reading and listening. So this app covers the 4 main skills for the PTE exam. And the third point is easy to access through any device. Whether you have a desktop, laptop or just your phone, you can go through or log into this app with using any device. And the fourth point is study materials and guides. As we know, any exam, it has an exact format and exact structure. So this is also the same, it has an exact structure and a format. And there are many guidelines, and these guidelines are like teachers' advice in online platform. The fifth one is premium model, as it is in the screen, free version. So you can access this as this app as free, and if you want to $15, and for 19 days you have to pay $31, and for 180 days you have to pay $67. The second point is the initial cost of creating a smart classroom is high. So as a teacher look forward to create an online classroom, it may not be easy because it costs many expensive devices and software. So the third point, the final point is requires internet connection. This app requires a strong internet connection. As an example, you think if a child in an area with a poor internet connection, he or she not be able to log in this app because of his or her poor internet connection. So overall, I guess that this app has many strengths as students like it, but it also has some limits. So I hand it over to Kesha to continue with practical videos.
Thank you very much. From here onwards, let me elucidate the practicable usage of APUNIT application for the PT examination. As you all are aware, reading, listening, speaking and writing, all skills will be tested in the PT examination. Therefore, here we have selected one task from each skill which are recommended in the APUNIT application. First, in the speaking skill, the task of describing image was selected. In that you can see the pie chart. A pie chart is visible. So the here task is learner should elaborate the chart and the given data. So next to the chart you can see the elaborative answer. The specialty of this task is if the learner is hard to elaborate his answer at the beginning, he is free to practice this task with referring to the answer. So again and he repeatedly, when he doing the same task, he will be confident to analyze this data according to the describing image. Next, in writing skill, the task of summarizing text was selected. Here actually, when summarizing a text, students are encouraged to identify the core sentences in given passages. After identifying those sentences, those key points will be highlighted, and after extracting those key sentences, he can develop his own summarized text. So for this task also, with referring to the answer, he can practice at the beginner level. And also, next to the reading skill, the task of getting the blanks was selected. Here, the passage was given, and the skill that is tested is comprehensive knowledge of the learner. So, the trainee must be able to understand the given passage and should be able to identify which one is the exact correct word for given blanks. So, if the beginner, if the trainee at the first level hard to grab the idea of the passage, is free to get the assistance of the PT instructor. At last, we selected listening skill. For this, the task of selecting missing word was selected. Here, learners should listen to the voice recordings. That's how the listening skill is functioned in the PT examination. The biggest challenge for the learners in this phase is I didn't understand the native speaker's accent, because these all recordings are placed by the native speaker's voice. AppUni provides a possible solution for this is that every recording we can see a transcript. So with referring to the transcript, learners can easily identify, easily understand the accent of native speakers. So after we familiar with those transcripts and the voice recordings, they can be confident in this listening skill. So that is how we can fulfill our 4 skills in the English language for the PT examination through the AppUni application. Ultimately, after doing researches through numerous topics, as a team, we came to 5 conclusive points. And also should mention, here we selected, the targeted group was adult learners, because we wanted to do a small change than the school learners. We wanted to emphasize how the adult learners, you all are there, PD examination is a requirement for migration and the study purposes. So here the target group is adult learners. So after researching throughout our presentation, we came to these 5 conclusive points. Overall, we can consider AppUni platform is very user friendly, because even a beginner can easily access to this. He can do practice test and mock test, and also he can easily see by himself his level feedbacks. So it's very user friendly interface, and also you can customize your own study plans. Even your level of the knowledge in English low, you can start from very simple activities, simple tasks. That's not a matter. So here you are benefited from that. You can customize your study resources, and also you can track your performances day by day, your development, how from the starting and the end. What is your evaluation? You can check it by yourself. And also, when comparing to the other traditional methods, traditional resources for the PT examination, this AppUni provides you a very cost-effective method, because you can easily download this app, and just you need to buy the subscription for the advanced features. You no need to go for the physical classes. It's up to you. Anyhow, this is very cost-effective method. And also, these learnings are not only important for the PT examination, and those are connected with the real world scenarios. Thank you for listening us and time for your kind cooperation. Now the time for question and answers. Okay, the silence is evident that you understood about our presentation and how function a unit. These are the references that we use to develop our presentation, and we cited some citations, quotations from we found about the unit, and also those are listed in here.